Hi, I am Jen Lewis. Welcome to our series about finding the perfect plan. Finding the perfect plan. That seems to be eluding quite a few of us for quite a few years. And so I want to invite you for just this moment to sit down, open your hearts, and listen in. And I'm going to share the journey of how I found the perfect plan in hopes that it inspires you. Because what I have found is that my story is much like your story. And so as we go through, listen in and find hope. Find that aha moment that you go, that's me. I can do this. Because if I can do this, so can you. And I'm going to show you how. And I've created the perfect plan for you so that it doesn't have to be so hard. Because there are key elements that are missing in most programs. And I don't want you to have to struggle anymore. And so, as we begin, as I take you through my story, as I take you through my journey of discovering what I found, I hope that you will find that hope, find that inspiration, receive that guidance that you need to help you accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish as well. And so let me just kind of take you back to almost a decade ago. I found myself 70 pounds overweight, and my clothing just felt awful. And I remember I was going to my husband's work function, and I got this beautiful dress, and I had my hair done and my makeup done, and everything was beautiful. And instead of feeling confident and enjoying the moment, I was so insecure. I was so uncomfortable in my own skin that I just could not enjoy myself. And I started asking myself, like, how did I get to this place? I was taking antidepressants. I was just suffering in insecurity. I was exhausted all the time. My moods were all over the place. And really, I just felt overwhelmed. I was stressed out and I was eating my emotions to numb them out. And, that's really when I decided enough. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I do not want to jump out of my skin or, explode over the smallest things. I want to feel good. I want to feel energetic and have energy and confidence to be able to enjoy my life and the experiences thereof. And so that's when I went and I found a program. And I probably committed to about $3,000 for this program. And I want to say it was a year and a half to 2 years because it was several programs in the making. And what ended up happening is I did, in fact, lose the weight. However, I was more miserable than I had been before I lost the weight. Before I lost the weight, I was overall healthy. I mean, I had energy. It's just I needed a nap throughout the day. And after this program, I was in horrible pain. I had a cancer scare. I really felt absolutely miserable, right? I was really a mess. I had high food sensitivities. My digestion was a mess, and I was just overly uncomfortable. And that's when I decided this is ridiculous. There has to be a better way. And I threw myself into schooling. And for almost a decade now, I have really I made it my mission to understand our bodies, understand weight loss, understand what drives our actions, right? Because before I had thrown myself into all of this education, I had tried to lose weight. I had tried probably 20 different weight loss programs, and threw myself into this, but it never stayed off, and I didn't understand why. And so I made it a point to truly understand, why do we do the things that we do, and how do we really keep going towards what we want and taking action towards what we want when it gets hard, when it gets uncomfortable, when life feels overwhelming, right? I knew there had to be something that we could do, that I could do differently, right? And so through my education, through throwing myself into $60,000 and almost a decade later, what I have found is there is a connection. There is a connection between weight loss, our adrenals, our gut health, our hormones, and our brain. And it's all connected in how we do things. It's all connected to our sugar cravings. It's all connected to how we store fat in our body, how we use the foods as energy, and so on. And really, through my experience of working with hundreds of women and hundreds of families, is that whether they came to me for pain in their bodies, through autoimmune, whether they came to me for digestion discomforts, or just wanting energy, or having a child that was on the spectrum and really wanting to help them, and how we can manage their meltdowns and their focus and so on and so forth, or if it were simply weight loss, right? There was always a key element that I focused on when we got the most success, and that was gut health. And that is why I created this program. That is why I am bringing this information to you, because I really want you to understand why keto needs to be done correctly, right? Before I launched this program, before I created this program for you, it really was, I was getting all these questions about keto, and I really was not a huge fan because it was not being done correctly. And the other key element that really is missing in most programs is that you're getting the food list. You're getting what not to eat, what foods to eat, how much to eat. You know, we've all heard it. Move your body more, eat less. But that doesn't always work when our body's not in balance, right? We have to bring our body back into a place of balance to optimally function, to use the energy, food that we put in our bodies appropriately, right? And so that is what I've created for you. I have created the strong foundation, that smart and strategic way to do keto, because it needs to be done correctly for you to get the most out of it. The other thing that I've included in my programs is what I like to call the 4 pillars of lasting weight management, or lasting wellness and health, right? As I said, most programs are missing the key ingredient, which is your mindset piece. That piece that keeps you going. I mean, if you think about it, how often have you set out to do something and then life gets in the way and we don't keep going, right? Or we feel overwhelmed, or we have a career change that throws us off, or a move or a relationship that throws us off. And so there's 4 pillars that I've created and include in my programs to really help you get the results that you are seeking, whether that be a trimmer waist, whether that be more balanced and brighter moods, whether that be energy that sustains you throughout the day, or focus, or better sleep, improved stress response in your body. This program is going to meet all of those needs because it has these 4 pillars. First pillar being clarity, really understanding what foods really are good for you. What foods do you need to help balance and restore the gut, right? How can you do these things even though you're busy? How can we make this manageable and easier for you in an overwhelming, busy, stressed out life, right? That's the clarity piece. The next piece is accountability. That is the one thing that all weight loss programs agree on is that in order to succeed and keep the weight where you want it to be, you have to have accountability. And that's where my coaching comes in. That's where the group comes in. That's where the support comes in to really keep you going towards what you want, keeping you accountable to do the things you said you were going to do, at least until you have your mindset and personal belief, which is where we're going to go next, to follow through and do those things on your own. Personal belief is the next pillar, and we work on that through my studies. I really studied the brain and understanding why do we do the things that we do. And what I found is that what I call our lizard brain or monkey mind is from our ancestor days of really needing to keep us safe. So our brain wants to keep us comfortable. Our brain does not like change. Our brain wants what it knows, okay? So if you've always done something a particular way, it's really hard for your brain to come out of that comfort zone. And so you have these thoughts, you have these triggers, you have this emotion, and then you turn to the food because your brain says, go eat that food. I don't want to feel this, because you've never been taught how to deal with emotions, right? I know in my own family, my mother and father, you were seen and not heard. They weren't taught how to feel their emotions, how to process them, and how to have a healthy relationship with their thoughts and feelings. So therefore, what do? We eat, we numb them out. We drink, we numb them out, right? We overwork to numb them out. And so we really work on that in your mindset and personal belief system. And the last pillar, last but not least, is the consistency part. And once you've connected and aligned these 4 key elements and they come into place, this becomes easy for you. This does not become an issue again for you because now you've understood. Now you've received a solid foundation in what it takes to lose weight, what it takes to those happy, healthy hormones that help you feel how you want to feel, that are in control of how you think, whether you feel happy or not, how you sleep, your sex hormones, all of these things that as a woman we deal with, right? Our emotions and menstrual cycles and all of these things. Our gut health plays a critical role in how all of that functions. So now I will go into more details with the other video series, but I really just wanted to give you an overall what you can expect with this masterclass and guide, and really walk you through it and just give you an introductory of who I am and what I'm about. And so I hope that you enjoy this next video, video number 2.